Hi, I'm Ryan and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to share with you several reasons why it's important to have a strong core and the biggest mistake that I see many people make when doing core exercises or ab exercises. When I refer to the core, what that essentially refers to is all of the muscles that are located in our trunk. So our abdominal wall, our back muscles, our pelvis, the internal stabilizers that keep us upright. It is super important to have this strong core because we need it to function in everyday life. Everything that we do involves core muscles. It's also important to have a strong core because this can decrease lower back pain. It's also important because it can improve our balance. Having a strong core also helps with our posture. I also feel that it does tone the midsection a bit. Since I've been dedicating time every week to doing specific core exercises, that I have noticed my abdomen being flatter and being tighter, meaning that my pants have become looser. My waist is getting smaller because I think my core has gotten stronger and more muscle is there instead of fat. Of course, there's much more that goes into having a flat abdomen and having a six-pack, which we can talk about in future videos. Let me know if you'd like to see that. I'd be happy to share more about that and helping you out further. Just comment below and let me know. So when we do core or ab exercises, it is extremely important to keep the core engaged throughout the entire exercise or movement that we're doing. When our abs or our core get tired, we tend to lose that form pretty quickly, and therefore that decreases the benefit of doing that exercise and increases our risk of injury, back pain, things like that. So the biggest mistake that I've seen being made is that the core is not activated throughout the entire exercise. When I first started working out and getting into exercise, I made this mistake a lot, and ab exercises often led to back pain. So what exactly does that mean? How do we engage the core? How do we fix that problem? So I'm going to show you when laying down on the mat how that mistake is commonly made and what you can do to help correct that form. You can see here that the back commonly has this arch to it. I can put my hands right underneath my back really easily. And how I learned to activate my core is by pressing my back into the floor. So you can see that curve is all the way gone versus now my back has that arch to it. And then again, if I squeeze my core, that arch goes away. So that's something I think easily to start practicing, that you can squeeze your core, tighten that up, continue to breathe, but it helps engage those core muscles when you're doing that exercise. And then the next exercise is actually my favorite core exercise. These are called dead bugs, and I feel like they've really also taught me how to activate my core properly and really feel that exercise throughout the entire movement. I feel like these are often done incorrectly as they look very, very simple and easy to do, but if they are done correctly, they can be actually really challenging, and there's many variations and modifications to this exercise, which is why I also like doing these. So when doing a dead bug, again, you're going to want to lay on your back and you bring your feet up to a 90-degree angle. So your hips are at 90 degrees and your knees are at 90 degrees. A common mistake that I see being made is that people will tend to bring their knees up here, which is fine. It becomes easier for the abs. If you bring your knees out further, again, right here, I can already feel my core activated. My back is pressed here. It's not rounded. This is not good, but I'm pressing that in, squeezing the core tight. And then I also bring my hands up. And the first variation is extending the opposite arm and leg. So you just take one arm, one leg out. Again, keeping that core tight, bringing it back in, and switching sides. So again, I'm not moving that back at all. I'm keeping everything tight here as one leg comes out and one comes in and another one out and another one in. So you can see the core is being worked here every time the leg extends, that my abs are working. For this too, you can bring the arms up. You can leave your arms at the side. You don't have to do anything with your arms if you don't want to. If that's too much, a modification to this would be just bringing that leg out a little bit, not as far down to the ground, and bringing it further in. I think is an easier way to start this exercise. Another modification that I like to the dead bug is just tapping down each toe, just alternating the toes to the ground. Again, still breathing, but keeping that core engaged, the core tight, and keeping that arc out of your back. So making sure that back is nice and flat. It is important to remember that if you're not able to maintain your good form throughout the entire exercise, it's better to modify that or scale that down, because that will actually give you more benefit out of your exercise if you do that properly and decrease your risk for injury. One exercise I think that is a great example of this is when people do leg lifts for their core. So people lay on their backs and lift their legs up and down, but oftentimes as the legs go down, that puts strain on the lower back and the lower back starts to arch. When you do that exercise, you want to keep the back nice and flat, the core engaged, and then bring them back up. Again, if that's too hard and difficult, as those are really hard to do, you can modify the exercise. So for example, instead of doing full leg lifts, maybe you just bring one leg down at a time and keep that core nice and engaged during that. Or you can bring your knees bent and down, or you can bring your legs down just halfway and back up. That's all I have for you today. Hopefully you found this beneficial. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. And Sully wants to say hi.
Yeah, Sully.
Take a little break.
Second.
Can I finish?
Hey, Mom.
Yes.
I'm playing it. Stop it.
I want to finish this. Please, 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 please.
Look into crap
do that
now. Now.
Okay.
I said now.
Okay, okay. Go back.
Do
to
it.
Hold on, hold on.
Like and scrap now. Yeah.